coolio. Alright, I figured since I recorded the last chapter, I can go ahead and do the next chapter. I just hope it doesn't really last as long as it did the last one. That's alright though. So... this music sounds a little bit weird. Anyway, let's just go ahead and just do the chapters, right? Looks like we gotta do a giant loop around here, then through here, convenient pathing for no apparent reason after you've already been through that pathing, then go through here, go through here, go through here, go through here. Jesus. Whoo, that's a shitload of things. Alright, well, let's begin, shall we?
Moving out.
And I'm going to be swapping out some teams here, seeing as how it is getting a little bit brutal. I think the last time I did this, I did upgrade. Unfortunately, got garbage roll. But that's not really too terrible. I mean, machine gunners do excel pretty well at that. Crit hitting, just... Yeah. Red Hood, Senti, yeah. And then we'll see if we can push beyond that. I'm pretty sure I should be able to do just fine. I don't know who the final boss is, but I kind of have an idea, so. Yay! I can't tell if my... Okay. Load times are so good! So we're back to wind-coded enemies. That's great. Ooh, just do sweeping with Modernia. Sometimes I can't even tell whether or not I bursted wrong with that one, but that's fine. Sometimes I can't tell whether or not him being like bulwark being right in your face is bad, or just bulwark just being farther back is bad. That don't really matter too much, I guess.
On my way.
I was gonna say, I hope there's not a whole lot of story, because I kind of fell asleep with the last one. We burst from the dirty, and then we'll just end the stage with Red Hood, probably. Yeah, the big probably. Oh yeah, we still managed to. Alright, well, there you go. Fun.
Is it enough for fighting?
I don't really know what to say.
Battle engaged.
Oh, that's right. I still need to go do those collectibles. Oh man, I looked back at it and I was like, oh crap! I think I forgot to do the last two chapters collectibles and EX stages, and I think there might have been some subquests that I just didn't bother doing. Let's do this. It ain't broke. Don't fix it. I want to say I got some element damage, but I don't think that really matters too much. Yeah, just Emma being my main damage dealer. Emma and Modernia being the main damage dealers, I should say. So I guess it wasn't Iron Code. I honestly thought it was going to be Iron Code, but it wound up being... or Fire Code. But, yeah. I was actually still working on the Lost Sector, and honestly, I couldn't bother finishing it. There's been like no real drive to wanting to try to actually finish anything in this game. And as usual, the shuffle in the special arena fucked me over. So now I'm back down.
How did I do?
Probably need to look at a new team.
Battle engage. Okay, moving out. Everyone shall hear my song.
I think the overworld music is not that good, to be honest. And I don't like the combat music in this one. I don't know why. It just doesn't sound good. Squiggly-Mon died.
Did I do well?
And Squiggly-Mon is a boss. I was gonna say, damn, we destroyed that second skeleton? No, that's not. I don't know why, it just... The music sounds, for whatever reason, reminds me of Castlevania.
Okay.
Sounds fun.
You want me to go there?
What's that?
I swear, I've seen that somewhere before. Me too.
Peleg, that's...
Yes. It's a harmony cube. Harmony cube? Aren't those meant to aid us in combat? It shouldn't even come close to that size, right? Nope. Harmony cubes are meant to be this size. After all, they were computational devices designed to help build the Ark. It's a device that crunches all the data needed to construct a city in a jiffy. The ones the Nikkes use are a simplified version, and thus the difference in size is significant.
Every location that was once a potential site for the Ark possesses a harmony cube. After the Rapture invasion, only the simplified ones have remained. But this one seems to be in good condition, although a bit unstable.
I'm sure of it! You remember the elevator we saw? Since this place was once a potential site for the Ark, it's only natural that they'd have an elevator. They must have planned to use it as the entrance. It also explains the massive amount of electricity being gathered through the crystals. As a high-speed computational device, the Harmony Cube requires an absurd amount of electricity. It all adds up. They're trying to create another Ark with this Harmony Cube. This is a civilization beyond humanity, something which we know nothing about. Oh my goodness. I think I'm going to faint. We have to hurry before it's too late. If we spread boom before this place makes contact with the outside world, it'll become the very foundation of their civilization.
Peleg, calm down.
I don't think I can.
If I'm being honest, I'm kind of freaking out too. I'm gonna make another revision to my will. Trony of electric shock died of overstimulation.
Get it together, both of you. If this thing had been working as it should, this place would have been a full-fledged city by now. She's right. Just look around us. Except for that white building over there. It's a sea of crystals as far as the eye can see. Actually, now that I think about it, what is that white building?
It sure stands out. And it's spotless as well. It doesn't appear to have been affected by the crystals. Roger.
I really wish Alec wasn't puffing steam out of her face, because it just makes me remind me of the other girl. As I said before, I don't like. It's not that I don't like Alec. It's that I can't look at her the same ever since I saw a resemblance to another girl from another game that's shall remain in my head. We'll just say the other girl that does that. She also puffs out some steam from her mouth. It's actually steam, like heavy breathing air, not something dirty. What the hell are you aiming at over there? She's killing everything else that... This is what I mean by AI thinks that it needs to kill everything else out there before it takes on the boss. This is something really, really stupid. I've never really understood this. I don't, I'd imagine you're supposed to take control of that, but...
What's up with this building? The surface is so smooth. I think it's glass? There are doors and windows, but none of them seem to be functional.
Yeah, it's almost like the building is just an empty shell.
And since it's all glass, the crystals can't contaminate it.
I reckon this could come in handy for future search equipment. I should consult Litter about this later.
Hold on. I'm detecting energy fluctuations nearby.
Is it hammering?
No. It's Liverin.
Liverin. Liverin. Hmm? Oh, it's you. Hi, Fragile. Just the person I wanted to see. How are you doing? You've done very well. All we have to do is endure it a little bit longer, and things will get better. Yes, it will all get better. We'll be able to get away from that bastard. So hang in there a while longer, okay? Liverin! Huh? What? Fragile? Oh, thank goodness. You're safe. It wasn't a dream. What's going on? What are you doing here? Why? I came to find you. Did you hear that? How much did you hear? Tell me how much you heard. Nothing. Don't lie to me. Sixo! There's no way Sixo would just let you be. I knew it. You've been working with Sixo again. No, it's not like that. Then why did you say that name? I'm sorry. I didn't mean to deceive you. We promised, remember? If you ever worked with Sixo again, both of us have to die. You go first. I'll join you soon after.
How many shots is she going to fire? Wait! Stop shooting!
Roger.
to die, Liverin. We promised. Liverin.
Calm down. Should I use a stun gun? What's gotten into her? I'm sorry. I had no choice.
You lied to me. You promised. You liar.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Sixo. Sixo, the six-toed person. Oh man,
I'm going.
that's funny. Sixo.
Destruction is also my specialty.
I used to know a guy or a kid named Sixto, I guess is his name, but they call him Six Toes. I was like, wait, his name is Six Toes? He has 6 toes? It's like, no, his name is Sixto. Spanish name. I'm say, where the hell's the boss at? Oh, that's right. It's yeah. I wasn't paying attention. I'm going stupid. I just can't stop thinking. Oh man. I wonder whatever happened to that guy. I could have sworn I remember hearing about him back in junior high, but since then I don't think I ever remember catching up on them. Guess we can just wait. You don't need healing, so I'm not gonna burst on that. Oh well. Getting identified. Wonderful. All right, it's not a story scene. Next one's right there. Okay.
Run my way.
Oh boy, gotta love it when people as loud vehicles are so loud.
Let's fight
Tells you
together.
that their penis is small. This defense battle is not too terrible. I think the only one that I really hate the most is the what do you call it? It's the base defense one. Just simply because I hate it. I really do. I don't like the base defense one. I think that's like the worst one. Of course. It's just everything just stops right afterwards. Oh man. Was that a sniper? That was a sniper. It didn't even hit. Well, that's pretty interesting. Somewhat. I was trying to figure out, like, what was it I was thinking about, like, 2 seconds ago? And I think the thought process of puppy came into my mind. Oh, man. Oh! It's that one scene from Parks and Recreation where I guess they find a puppy or something like that and they bring it into the office and Ron tells him to take it out back and then Andy's like, and shoot him? And Ron's like, no, can't have animals in the buildings. Have them out there, just leave them there.
Are you ready? Then let's go. Okay, moving out.
And then, I don't remember the other guy's name. I've never actually seen the show, if that tells you anything. I've only seen bits and pieces of it. And everyone, the when I used to go look up, old scenes from The Office, I can honestly say The Office kind of just burned me out of wanting to look at, or not look at, but like watch any kind of mockumentary sort of thing that's like The Office or whatever. But I do actually want to sit down and watch Parks and Recreation. It's just kind of hard to want to find the time to actually set aside just so I can watch stuff. TV is really hard to watch. I don't like watching TV these days. I don't even like watching YouTube if that tells you much. But I just use it for this noise and distraction, which I don't really need distraction. But anyway, that scene reminded me where the dog comes in and then and Rod tells him to take it out back. Andy freaks out, like, and shoot him. And Rod's like, no, you can't have animals in the building. And then the other guy's like, come on, Rod.
If we work together,
I didn't do nothing wrong. Just a puppy. Just a little whole puppy. And then the puppy starts licking Ron's mustache. And Ron's like, I changed my mind. Take it out back, then shoot it.
Battle engaged. Okay, moving on.
Oh, I don't know why. That was just like the most random thing. Oh, that's right. I was playing Resident Evil 4 Remake earlier, and I was in that chapter 9 with the stupid dogs. I hate that chapter so damn much. And the only reason why I hate that chapter so much is because of this stupid maze. And there's this one section where you get separated from Ashley. And idiotically enough, whenever she comes around the corner, or really it's not even that section, but it is one of those things where if I separate from Ashley for too long and the dogs start swarming us, I'll turn around and I'll hear a dog, and then I'll figure it's coming around the corner, I'm going to pop it right before it gets here, and then it winds up being Ashley. So I'll accidentally shoot Ashley. And it's like, son of a bitch! How? Like, I thought you were right behind me. How did you manage to separate from me, you idiot? And then, it almost happened again. I should say it should have happened again. But I was in the room with where you have to get the goat head, I think. And for some stupid reason, I don't know what happened. I turn around, and I'm like, where the hell's Ashley? Oh, no, I know what happened. So, once I got the goat head, I went to go pick up the box of shotgun shells. Well, I tapped it too much, and I guess I tapped the interact button, and I jumped over the railing, which, by the way, I did not know you could do, which baffled my mind, because I was just like, are you serious, dude? I jumped over the fucking railing, and that happened. I was like, that is bullshit, man. Anyway, I'll tell you here in a minute. No, or not. Anyway, I jumped over the railing, I get swarmed, and I'm like, oh, shit. If you don't know, you can actually prevent yourself from, what do you call it? I was about to say, how the hell did you not aim at that? You can actually prevent that drawbridge from going down by... Wow, dude, are you serious right now? I guess I have to take control over that shit. Oh. I don't even know if that's a bug or that's an intended feature. But if you throw a grenade right before you get to the lever part where they're supposed to lower the drawbridge and then they trap you in the room full of the Ganados and the red guy, you can throw a grenade, you can actually kill the enemy before he gets to the lever, or you can kill the enemy. Yeah, I think you can kill the enemy and the cutscene plays and then the enemy lowers the drawbridge after the cutscene. I managed to prevent the drawbridge from going down, got the go-ahead, got the box of shotguns, and somehow I jumped over the railing.
told you before, didn't I? Since regular parcel deliveries had slowed to a trickle, I was doing private courier jobs for high-profile individuals. I hated it with every fiber of my being. And so I got into some risky business that I thought I could do for a little while and then get out of. I'm sure by now you can guess who I got involved with. I had delivered mysterious packages to secretive locations. I never knew what the contents of these packages were, and I didn't want to know. All the delivery locations were far-flung, desolate areas with no recipients. Secured warehouses, the Outer Rim. Eventually, I started to garner a bit of a reputation in the underworld, and became what they call a transporter. It was an easy job, since I know the Ark like the back of my hand, and I'm good at what I do. So, I managed to earn a fair amount. It felt like I was finally being rewarded after going through all that torment. The anguish from losing my job to robots. The embarrassment of having to become a dancing monkey for affluent prigs. I couldn't bring myself to quit. Before long, I found myself transporting illegal contraband. And the money kept rolling in. My house got bigger. I started to wear luxury brands. I dined at 5-star restaurants. All of these things I never got to enjoy before. Life was good. And so I kept at it. Until everything went horribly wrong. And someone close to me died. After that, I went clean and returned to my original job. I promised myself that I would never do such a thing again.
We promised each other that if she were to ever get involved in that kind of thing again, we would die together. No, I didn't. I just thought that business was going well for her.
Okay, fair, but a suicide pact? A bit over the top, don't you think?
The person who died was my sister. It wasn't Liverin's fault that she died. But my sister died because she was involved in the whole sordid business. It was the job that got her killed. So, if she decided to do that job again, it would be out of pure greed and disregard for my sister's death. I would have to kill her. But then, that would leave me all alone. So I would have to off myself as well.
You know Sixo?
Was it Sixo who sent you here? That's why you've been checking your phone.
That's right. They said to bring back something else no one has obtained before. Since we're exploring uncharted territory, the likelihood of encountering such an item is high.
So, that photo of the unknown...
Yes. I intended to bring that to them since I can't take any of the crystals. I'm sorry, everyone. I fouled everything up. I thought I had washed my hands of all this. I thought there was no reason for me to get involved in any of this ever again. But every time I think I'm out, they pull me back in. The only thing I asked was for this to be kept a secret from Fragile. But Sixo wouldn't even grant me that.
I thought Sixo was lying. After what we went through, I never expected you to work with them again. What can I say? Your ability to betray your friends exceeds my expectations. Were you short on money again? Was that it?
No, that's not it.
What was it then?
They said they would tell Ingrid that I used to be a transporter. If they did that, my memory would be erased. Or worse, I might be scrapped altogether.
You're in too deep, Liverin. You'll never be able to escape. They'll hold that over your head for the rest of your days.
I'm sorry to interrupt, but wouldn't honesty be the best policy here? Tell Sixo you're done dealing with them. Then head straight to Ingrid. Lay it out honestly and ask for her help.
You're right. That's all I have to do. Isn't it strange? All I have to do is receive the punishment for my past sins and start over again. But I don't want to lose anything. It's so strange. Even when I hear myself saying that, it seems strange. I thought that if I could create some distance, things could return to the way they were. Even though deep down, I knew it was probably wishful thinking. I continued to hold on to that hope.
Fine. I'll tell Ingrid myself.
Sorry?
I'll go and tell Ingrid. If you're aware things are going awry but can't muster the gumption to make a change, just let those around you lend a hand.
Absolutely not! Sixo will notice. You must never get involved. I'm begging you.
They're just some lowlifes resorting to threats to get what they want. What's there to fear? Those types are powerless against anyone with the guts to stand up to them.
You must not underestimate Sixo, as they are the master behind the Dark Net. The Dark Net is a foul creation, a cancerous tumor that has no right existing in the Ark. All manner of illicit goods are bought and sold through the Dark Net. Weapons, drugs, anything you can think of. Even the bomb that Exotic used to blow a hole in the Ark was also obtained from the Dark Net. I want to ask, why do you think the Dark Net, a site where you can purchase all manner of dangerous items, has not been shut down?
Because it's connected to some high-ranking individuals?
That's possible, but there's an even simpler reason. That's because the central government is unable to eradicate it.
What?
No one knows Sixo's identity. How old they are, whether they're male or female, or if they're human or Nikke. Nobody's ever seen them or heard their voice. They're like a ghost whose entire existence is relegated solely online. Despite that, they're able to find out anything they want and exert some form of influence in every aspect of others' lives. When you work as a transporter, you learn a lot about the underworld. However, even as you're being inundated with other information, you never hear so much as a word about Sixo. Not even rumors. Whenever the Darknet servers get hacked, they're restored right away. Physically destroying the server is impossible because no one knows where it is. Likewise, when it comes to apprehending the Master, no one knows so much as a single letter of their real name. Because of that, the Darknet is something the Ark is powerless to stop.
This Sixo is just a spineless scumbag.
Perhaps. But their power is undeniable. Even if you can't see them.
I'm not convinced. Me neither. Just words won't do the trick for me.
Regardless, I would ask you all to stay out of this. Don't get involved for any reason.
What are you planning on doing?
If I give them a photo of a pilgrim, maybe that could do something. Excuse me? I don't understand what you're saying. So, let me get this straight. In order to keep a promise you made to someone you barely know, whom we're not even sure is a friend or foe, you're going to throw me to the wolves? fine. I'll delete the photo. But grant me one request. Of all the items you come across here, could you find it within yourself to give me whatever you consider least valuable? Perhaps that will satisfy Sixo. There. I deleted it. Do you want to check? Now what am I going to do? Don't lie to me. We barely even know each other. Why would you help me? Thank you, Commander.
Holy shit. I know who Sixo is. Sixo is a 6-foot basketball player, alien drag queen. Oh man, I must have watched so much Cowboy Bebop that I can remember that stupid description. So anyway, there's a few things I want to actually say, but I'm going to get this stupid little story out of the way. Basically what happened was I hopped over this fucking railing, dropped into the middle of the whole entire Ganado cult. Somehow, I don't even know what happened because you can't even open the door to get down into the main area. So it kind of bugged me that I was like missing something, which by the way, I wasn't missing anything, I just wasn't paying attention. But after I hopped down, I hauled ass to get out of there so that way I could just unlock the door and then go in through there. Well, it turns out that there was a Ganado there, and I heard it. So I came around the corner, and I aimed, and I shot point blank with the striker shotgun directly into the face of the Ganado. Who should be there right behind it? Ashley. And somehow, I'm not entirely too sure how, because she didn't have the knight armor. I shot her too, point blank range, but she did not die. So that game's weapon system is completely fucked in my opinion. There's just some things that just seems to like. I don't really know. I can kind of understand what this one guy was saying about how the weapon system in the game is kind of broke, but yeah, I shot her point blank range and I hit the Ganado first, and then I guess whatever pellet spread didn't touch her, I guess. I don't know, I was a little bit confused by that, but yeah, it was kind of it was funny. I was like, oh shit, and I stopped moving because I knew I killed her, or so I thought. And then I see her, she's like, Leon, I'm like, oh, you're still alive? Whatever, let's go. I gotta funnel these stupid bastards into the damn thing.
On my way.
More story time.
Fragile.
What?
I know this might sound like an excuse, but I had no choice. You know how much I despise being under Sixo's thumb, but my hands were tied.
I know. I trust you.
Thank you. You're the only one I can rely on.
However, are you sure that a little bit of your own personal feelings aren't influencing what you're doing here? If that turns out to be true, mark my words, I will end my own life before your very eyes.
Fragile.
I understand you're being dragged back into this world by Sixo's blackmail under duress. However, if that turns out not to be the only reason you're doing this, I will take away what is most precious to you with my own hands. So please, the only thing I ask of you is not to lie to me.
Okay.
I'm glad that you're safe.
Thank you for coming to save me. I ended up reuniting with Hammering in front of here. She asked if I had seen anything that could be used as a crowbar or lever. I didn't know at the time, but it turns out it was to help the unknown. Even though I haven't worked with Hammering for long, I can already tell that's the kind of person she is.
Yeah.
Anyway, we were searching for something that could be used as a crowbar. But we had to hightail it out of here when we ran into a rapture ambush. Just when we were about to end up as rapture food, Hammering said she'd buy me some time, and turned to run back. We agreed to meet at that white building, but she never came.
And this is where you saw Hammering last?
That's right.
How was her condition?
She didn't look good.
Okay, let's get a move on.
Oh, okay.
Let's hurry.
So what's pretty interesting about that, and I honestly thought Liver was going to be another shitty Tetra Nikke. She's Elysian. I can see that little pack right there on the side. It has the Elysian logo on it. Or it could just be that she's actually just wearing some Elysian brand whatever, but considering to talk about Ingrid, I'm kind of convinced that she's Elysian now, which is good. We fucking need more Elysian. I can tell you this much, the amount of shit that's been released is like, we don't need any more fucking Tetra. Although Trony looks like she's Tetra, so I'm not really all that excited for it. Also, I can't stand that character. I don't like her. But Fragile, Liverin being Elysian, Drilling look like she's supposed to probably be Macilis, and I'm guessing Hammering might be Macilis. Alex Macilis, I'm totally convinced that we're getting some really good Macilis and Elysian Nikkes. Probably not good, but at least we're getting some variety into the goddamn roster.
It's ready for your perusal. Just a moment. Let's see. First, it seems that what Liverin said is true. Since the Pathfinder was formed, Liverin and Fragile have always been on the same missions. However, the number of missions assigned to them suddenly took a significant drop. This occurred immediately after it was announced the Ark had halted its expansion. After that, there's hardly any work records, save for the occasional assignment thrown their way. They obtained permission from Ingrid to engage in additional work, after which they primarily focused on acting as couriers. There appear to have been some attempts on her end. She tried to get them assigned to Infinity Rail, and looked into getting them to partner up with the Scouts. But this was overturned due to the opposition from the central government. There's a restriction on how many members any given squad can have. A preventative measure to ensure no single squad gets too large. It might sound petty, but there is indeed a viable reason for their concern. The Goddess Fall incident with Model CX was a major inciting factor. In the aftermath of that tragedy, the central government reached the conclusion that when too many Nikkes operate together with a common goal, they become uncontrollable. Yes, it is for this reason that squads are typically composed of 3 members or fewer. Of course, there are exceptions, but there must be a valid reason. However, the Pathfinder's predicament was not considered a compelling enough reason to admit additional members. As far as the central government is concerned, Nikkes don't need to eat or sleep to survive. That's to say that they don't need money. It certainly is. Well, there's nothing. Nothing at all. I wasn't able to turn up anything. nothing like that. I couldn't turn up anything whatsoever for the entire month before she joined the search team. Even now, when you've seen her messaging on her phone, there's no record of that either. I even contacted Basilis's communication department directly, and they say they don't have any records of that correspondence either. All they have is one record on file, which is Ingrid giving permission for her to join the search team. If you were to believe the records, it would seem Liverin hasn't done much of anything for the entire month leading up to her participation in this mission. I thought so too. But the cell phone that Liverin is using was only released 2 weeks ago. However, there is no record of any credits being spent to purchase it, and no delivery history either. There is no way a single individual can manipulate the central government's data on a whim. Highly unlikely, considering records indicated Fragile was busy with her deliveries during the same time frame. I'll continue to investigate. You're welcome. Just don't expect too much. I have a feeling it won't be easy to dig up anything of substance.
Ingrid at 6 though.
Okay, moving on.
Wow.
Pretty good,
Probably
buddy.
not, but
Then let's go.
she probably is. Oh, I wanted to see, because I think somebody said that they were finally working on it. From friends. Anyone in the union? No. What about the friends list? Nobody's gotten this far yet.
On my way.
Wow.
Incoming encounter! Is that
I'm guessing they've been busy. I understand. There's no way I'm the only one in the union who's gotten that far. Even my leader's like way above me. Wow.
Okay.
Okay.
Now, battle engaged. I'm going!
Although Pathfinder is kind of technically a military term, so that should have been a kind of thing, but at the same time the outfits were kind of telling me she Liverin was Tetra. Also, I don't like the word Liverin. Not the name, just the word. Or I guess it's a name, really. I lost my train of thought. I was gonna say something, and then I literally just went. Alright, we'll just. Yeah, there you go. Oh, we didn't need a brush, but whatever. Kill her!
How did I do?
Oh, that's right. I was looking at my keyboard. I was kind of wondering if I could just. I'm going to get rid of the pulsing effect, but I wonder if my mouse can actually take on the properties of RGF, RBG for the keyboard. To be honest, though, I don't need to turn on the RGB for the mouse. The only reason why I have it for the keyboard is so I can see at night. Yes, my eyesight's kind of bad at night. Not really, but yeah. I didn't realize today was Friday. I got a notification. 1.5 anniversary is out. Make sure you participate. Really? It's been out for almost 2 days. And you're just now telling me about it? It kind of tells me that either the notifications for this is really far behind, or
Did you see that?
I don't
I'm strong, but my
know. I usually get notifications about events going on in Nikke a day or two after the event's already been done.
Okay,
So
moving on. Is that way to go there? I'm going!
where do we need to go from there? So 1, 2, 3, 6, 9, and then here, and got turned add on. Go through here, turn that on, and then we go through here. This is gonna be a really long one.
On my way. Battle engaged.
Ugh. I think I'll stop after this story. So that way I can at least have a file that's not too big, or I could just render it
Looks like there's a
really
lot to
small.
repair.
I do most of my editing on my phone. I don't have a program to do editing on PC. And I don't feel like paying for premium bullshit just for like an added function or just to get rid of like watermarks. So it's probably just me being cheap. But then again, some things were never really actually like. I just don't feel like it's. I think it's kind of stupid that in the end it's like, here's a free product. Also, you need to pay $30-40 to get rid of the watermark.
How did I do?
Or $30-40 for the undo function. It's like, are you fucking kidding me, dude? This is so stupid.
Okay, let's do this. On my way. I've got your back.
That's. Just again, I lost my train of thought. I was gonna say something and I completely blanked. Jellyfish mom. Oh, you know what? Yeah, okay. So I was thinking about this too when I was playing Resident Evil 4 Remake this morning. I was like, you know, in the final area, they don't say Apple Man anymore. I know in the original, it doesn't. They're saying something else, but for me, it kind of sounded like they're saying Applemon. Yeah, it just that crossed my mind. Oh Jesus!
But my comrades are stronger.
Don't get me wrong. I think the remake of the game is pretty good, but there is some flaws to it, especially since it's like you have to pay for that fucking separate ways. It's so stupid.
This is the place. This is where Hammering and I got separated.
Ugh, there's nothing but crystals here. One wrong step, and you'd be Crystal's food.
Is there any possibility she's underneath some of these crystals?
Just a moment. I'll check to see if I pick up any energy fluctuations nearby. I'm picking up a whole bunch of them.
What do you mean?
I think it would be a good idea for you all to get out of there. I'm detecting multiple energy reactions in that area. None of them are exceptionally large, but there could potentially be a rapture horde in that area.
But Hammering could be here too.
That's also true.
Huh? Alec, you just stepped on something. Can you pick that up?
Huh? This thing? What's this? Looks like some kind of iron bar.
What's something like that doing here?
What's this?
It's a piece of a Nikke's thigh.
What?
One of the bones that make up the framework in our thigh.
What is something like this doing here?
That's not all. I'm also seeing scattered rapture parts.
And that thing from before that's made of raptures and crystals.
The crystal chamber?
Yeah. I see parts of that scattered around as well.
This place feels like a morgue.
I hate what this place is turning me into. Here I am, holding a body part and feeling relieved that it's not Hammering's.
The energy fluctuations are off the charts now. The data confirms that it's the crystal chamber.
What?
No more energy fluctuations detected.
This must be some kind of production facility. Or a hive, rather. They scatter Nikke and rapture pods all over along with the crystals.
Then sit back and wait until a crystal chamber materializes. Not the most advanced method.
It's in line with the primitive nature of the break system we saw, and the use of glass as an insulator. The only thing that's beyond our comprehension are these crystals.
It's like the Ark. Stumble upon something unknown, and build an infrastructure around it until they come to understand what it is.
Right?
Even the way it absorbs nutrients is the same.
Eleg.
Okay, I'll stop.
So, hammering isn't here then?
Based on the erratic nature of the signals I'm getting, it's hard to say.
Then let's start searching. She could be underneath any of these crystals.
You mean the place they produce that huge crystal? She could pop out of anywhere at any minute?
If you haven't got the stomach for it, then leave. I'll find her myself.
Yes? You mean the secret weapon? Understood. I will unseal the forbidden power which lies within me. Super Vision! I see it! I see everything! Scratch that. I'm seeing way too much.
Roger.
I forgot about the supervision thing.
Let's fight together.
I was about to say, damn, we're gonna fight Crystal Chamber again? Reuse of a boss. Not a very fun one. That. Yeah, I don't know why I gotta stupidly like either hit shift or I got to pause the game just so I can get my cursor back on here because apparently I can't see it. Okay, I need you to focus on that. There you go. Come here, shoes. If you're gonna make me fucking use it, I'm going to have to use it. Ooh, noise ate that damn bomb like no tomorrow. I was like, bullshit, there's an enemy on screen, how could you stop firing? She needed to reload. Whoops. Oh, Jesus Christ, dude. Hey, almost level 400, because that matters. EX stage has appeared. Hell yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and pause it here, and then I'm gonna come back with part 2, and then probably I can't splice them together. That'd be like a giant file. My stupid phone's capacity is really small. Okay, so yeah, I'll probably be back with the other half of this here in a few minutes. Presuming, of course, the maintenance doesn't come by and knock on my door. So I shall return.